Hi there, I'm Lee and welcome to iMineBlocked. Hope you guys are doing great today. So a cool video I got for you today. So this was actually brought to my attention by a member of the community. So if you're mining or you're interested in any other crypto projects and you do find them interesting, be sure to share them with me in the comments area. I do read the comments, and if the project is interesting, I will take a look at it, and if it's really good, I'll do a review like this one. So this guy mentioned this project. So the project is called uPlexa, and I think the project is really quite interesting. The primary reasons why I'm sharing it with you is because it's a new project and it's a CPU mineable coin at the moment. It shares quite a few common features with other crypto coins, and it's got a few other sort of good fundamentals or benefits features that I really quite like as well. So I'm going to be sharing all that with you in this video. But first, a little message from a company that I use called Bulb, which is my electricity supplier. So let's take a little look at them first. Bulb is one of the fastest growing energy providers in the UK. I switched to Bulb when my previous supplier jacked up their prices. Bulb uses 100% renewable electricity, and they are one of the cheapest providers in the UK. So if you like what Bulb is offering, use my link in the video's description. You'll get £50 credit when you sign up, and I'll also get some credit on my account too. So use the link in the video description to get started with Bulb. Okay, so now let's continue on with the review of this coin, uPlexa. So that's coin, it's really an entire project. First, there's a quick screenshot of me mining here. I'll be doing a follow-up video sort of series showing you how to mine this coin using your various hardware, using your PC, your Mac, and other Android devices. So I'll be covering all that in a future series of videos. But this one is really just focusing on the coin project itself. So let's continue on. We'll start off with the Bitcoin Talk announcement thread. So the announcement thread is a pretty good place to start. It's where a lot of coins do get announced on Bitcoin Talk, and you can find out a lot of the basics of these various coin projects. So uPlexa, like I say already, it's very similar to a lot of other crypto coins, but these guys are really focusing on Internet of Things type devices. So they wanted to make a coin that can be easily mined on lots of diverse hardware. So if you want to mine it on your PC, your Mac, or like I say, your Android devices, TV boxes, phones, all that sort of thing. Even in the future, it'll be like tablets and fridge freezers, and who knows what else might be mineable. But that's what these guys are sort of going for. They're going for the mining on a wide range of devices. Scrolling down, there's various specs on the coin network itself. So the coin is called uPlexa, and the ticker symbol is UPX. The coin supply is very large. The reason is because they want it to have, be used on lots of little devices. So they're really sort of going towards the microtransactions kind of thing. So in order to do that, if you want kind of to use whole numbers rather than coins with lots of decimal places, the easiest way to is have a big coin supply. So there's a couple of downsides. I'll come on to those in just a moment regarding not so much the airdrop, but this pre-mine amount. So I'll cover that in a bit more detail in just a moment. So further down on the Bitcoin Talk thread, we've got this roadmap. So you can see all the work that they've done to date. So they've done quite a lot. They've done a fair bit of beta testing. They've released wallets, miners. The website and everything is really good. I'll come on to those in just a moment. But they've done quite a lot of work in the background. So they're quite a well-organized team behind the scenes. And further down, we've got this roadmap. So you can see there's quite a few planned things, mostly for 2019. Like I say, this coin has only recently just been released, so there's obviously a lot more work to do. Coming back and just covering a couple of sticking points. So there was a airdrop. I did find some details from it. The airdrop was up until I think it was the 23rd of November. So they airdropped 36,750,000 coins. And to claim the airdrop, all you need to do is basically register at their website and enter your wallet address, and you could claim some airdrop coins. So there was an airdrop amount, obviously, to get generate some initial buzz and get people involved with the project. There was also this, which is, I think, is kind of one of the biggest kind of downsides to the project, to be honest. It's a little bit disappointing to a degree. So it's this pre-mine amount. So it's a 7% pre-mine. So based on the total coin supply, that pre-mine is 735 million coins. So 7% of the total supply. That is a very large pre-mine, and I think I really don't like that such a large pre-mine. The developers have said, and I'll show you in a moment, developers have said that they are going to obviously using it for, you know, infrastructure, creating all the things that go on in the back end, the websites, the bounties, you know, getting the coin listed on exchange, partnerships, and all that sort of stuff. So they do have plans for using those funds, but still, it does seem like quite a large amount, you know, from the outset. So that's just something to make you aware of. So uPlexa has an official website. It's uPlexa.com. So the website is nice and simple. I also really liked the name of the project, uPlexa. It sounds smart and professional, and it's also unique as well. They've managed to get the uPlexa.com domain name. So that's a really good thing. So I think it's good going forwards in terms of branding and things like that as well. So the website looks very smart, very professional. Looks really good, and it also includes lots of details regarding the project and how it's used, features, benefits, all the normal kind of stuff. And there's also links to their various other social sites, and you can also create a web wallet on the from the official site as well. uPlexa has an official blockchain explorer, so this is quite cool. Obviously, you can search, find transactions, addresses, etc. But you can also see the network difficulty. So that's what we're currently at as of today, which is the 15th of December 2018. You've got this hard fault version 10, and you can also see the current hash rate. Just whilst I notice it there, it says hard fault version 10. The developers have said that they want this coin to be actively ASIC resistant, so they are willing to fork it in the future to make it ASIC resistant as required, basically. So that will mean, same as Monero has, they want to keep that ASIC resistant, so they will fork as many times as required to keep it ASIC resistant in the future. So it's really going to be CPU mineable mostly. I think there is likely to be a GPU miner in the future. I don't think there's one available right now, but because it is a derivative of the crypto algorithms, it's likely to have GPU miners probably in the very near future. So just kind of going back a step, back to the beginning. So this was regarding the uPlexa airdrop. So it closed on the 21st of November, and the airdrop coins were released on the 12th of December, so just a few days ago. And like I say, they got those airdrop rewards, which is really just for kind of creating a uPlexa wallet. So this was something that I stumbled across on, I think it was on the Reddit page. So the uPlexa mega bounty thread, sorry. So it's 60 million uPlexa up for grabs. So this is kind of like one of the bounty funds. So using some of that 7% pre-mine, these are kind of like, it shows you a breakdown of how some of those funds have been spent. So that's kind of one of the things I wanted to show you. Some of that pre-mine has been dedicated or put aside specifically for specific kind of community purposes. So they're not just kind of hoarding it all to themselves. I would like to see more kind of governance or openness on that their fund, that pre-mine, exactly how it is going to be used in the future. Just to kind of lets everyone know from the outset exactly how and when those funds are going to be spent, considering that they are such a large amount. So the uPlexa team has taken the time to create a white paper. I've skimmed through it, and it's kind of, I would say, fairly standard. It tells you that you know what obviously the objectives are of the project, and like I say, they're really going down towards Internet of Things, powering those devices, and towards kind of microtransactions and payment transactions, all the usual kind of stuff that's found in other projects. But like I say, these guys really want to have that flexibility and diversity across lots of different devices. So uPlexa is good. It's socially active. So this is the Discord thread, which I actually only joined today, but I got like an instant response on a couple of my questions that I had regarding the project. Those questions are sort of going back to the beginning. Should have kind of covered it when I've done a few of the other details. So the block time for this project is 120 seconds, and the current block reward is roughly around 4,500 uPlexa. So sorry, just to add those extra details in there. But yeah, it's a very social and active community. I think they've got about 3,000 members on Discord. I think there's something like that. I'm not too sure. Oh yeah, sorry, it's got the details here. So there's currently 174 online and 3,351 members on this server. So that is quite an active little community, considering the project is only recently just started. And there's also a Reddit, so there's quite an updated and like I say, active Reddit page. So again, they're quite good on the social side of things. So if you've got questions or comments and things like that, it's very easy to get answers in a Discord or Reddit. And these guys are quite willing to help people get up and running with the project. So that's a good thing. You know, sometimes you join some of these projects and it's just like you can't get any answers or any help from anyone. So it's good to see that uPlexa has a really good community that appears to be growing. So next up, so this page is quite useful. Like I say, I will be doing a full mining series following up after this video. But this is uPlexamining.com, and it's got like a hardware benchmarks. So you can find what you're likely to get with your mining hardware. So I've already done some mining. I'll show you a screenshot here. So I've got an i5 6600. It's overclocked to 4.5 gigahertz and using 3 threads. I get a little over 1,600 hashes per second. So that kind of comes in, yeah, around this sort of, oh, a little bit lower. Yeah, around this sort of area here. I did see that someone said that they got quite good results with these Ryzen processors. So you can see this guy up here has got a Ryzen 7 1800X, and he's getting 4,000 hashes per second. So yeah, there's lots of diversity. What I would like to see in the future, and what I'll be sharing with you guys, is mining on other devices such as Android phones and Android TV boxes, things like that, and seeing how those perform on kind of like a watt basis, power consumption basis, versus some of your desktop hardware devices. One other thing I can also see in here as well is that there is a couple of graphics cards. So someone's obviously already got a GPU miner of some description, so you can see the kind of the performance there. But that's there is a GTX 1080 Ti there, so it's got 3,000, so it's quite a lot. But that graphics card is probably using about 250 watts, so you are going to get a better performance per watt using a desktop processor versus your graphics card. The only advantage with graphics card mining will probably be just the scalability at this point in time. So next up is this kind of like mining stats page. So you can see here the pools have currently got let's call it 3 mega hashes of the network. So there's 0.5 mega hashes of people solo mining. There is this poolbox pool here, which currently has almost 90% of the pool's hash rate. So the hash power does need to be more diversified. I've started mining on this hashing sensor. So I'm one of those 11 miners on that little pool there. But the rewards have started coming through, and I'll share those with you in just a moment. But if you are mining, if you are intending on mining, please spread your hash rate across these other pools. That's quite important. I'll be showing you how to do that in just the next few days. So just re-logging into the uPlexa web wallet. So this is really simple to create. Literally, you don't really need any information. You don't have to even enter an email address or anything like that at all. It's really simple to create a web wallet. Literally, you kind of just click create web wallet, and you record your recovery seed, and that's it. You use that to log in. So over roughly about the past 24 hours of mining, I've mined 1,240 uPlexa. So that was just using that i5 processor, like I already explained. So at the moment, we don't really have a exchange rate for the coins. There's no official exchange or anything like that for the project. So the coins that you're mining now, you kind of it is obviously a little bit speculation as to what they are going to be worth in the future. There's no currently exchanges, so therefore there is technically no value to these coins right now. Of course, that will change over time as soon as it goes on one exchange, or there is a little bit of trading in maybe one of the chat rooms or something like that, and you get a little bit trading backwards and forwards, and obviously we'll have a value for these coins. But just to show you what kind of performance I was getting, and also you know, the amount of coins that I've mined over this last day or so. Okay, so that's just about it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this kind of a review of the uPlexa project. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are down in the comments. If there's anything that you would like to see or hear about in more detail, again, let me know in the comments area. Like I said, throughout this video, I will be doing a kind of like a follow-up series, which will be more focusing on how to mine this coin, specifically with all your various hardware. So watch out for those videos that will be coming shortly afterwards. So that's it for this one. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.